Hello there, I'm Paul Harris, the founder of Blue Horizon Medicals. The purpose of this short video is to give you a brief rundown on the different levels of thyroid testing that Blue Horizon offer through our postal testing kit service. Hypothyroidism, which is an underactive thyroid gland, is the most common thyroid disease in the UK, thought to affect 2% of the population. However, subclinical hypothyroidism, where treatment is not indicated, may affect many more. On the face of it, thyroid testing is simple, and often only basic tests are needed to guide you when initially assessing or consequently monitoring the state of your thyroid. If your only requirement is to check that your thyroid medication is at the correct dose, the plus 1, 2 or 3 may be all that you need. The Thyroid Check Plus 1 tests for just TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone, and can usually be tested for free by the NHS if your doctors think it appropriate. More information can be gleaned from the Thyroid Check Plus 2, which includes free thyroxine or FT4, the stable basis of all thyroid hormones, and the other yardstick by which thyroid function is often determined. FT4 is also often included in NHS thyroid checks, although this will largely depend on your location and which clinical commissioning group that you fall under. The Thyroid Check Plus 3 includes a test of free T3, as well as TSH and FT4, a very important active thyroid hormone for which testing is not always available through the NHS. Increasingly, our clients seek more information about their thyroid function. More and more has been discovered about the gland and its many hormones, so not surprisingly, perhaps more detailed analysis may be needed for some, particularly those who remain symptomatic despite apparently normal results, in the form of satisfactory TSH and FT4 levels at least. Enter the arena the intermediate level tests, the Thyroid Check Plus 6, Plus 10 and Plus 11. Each step up the ladder involves the addition of one or more extra tests. The jump from 3 to 6 involves the addition of total thyroxine, that is hormone, whole hormone, including inactive forms of thyroxine, and 2 autoantibodies, thyroid peroxidase and thyroid globulin antibodies. As the name implies, these are antibodies which attack your own tissue, in this case thyroid, and having them increases the risk, although not inevitable, that ultimately you will develop thyroid disease. You only really need to test for autoantibodies once, but clinicians may find it useful to monitor antibody levels also. The Plus 10 profile includes a measure of vitamin B12 and folate, ferritin and C-reactive protein. Deficiencies often come in pairs, so it seems to make sense to eliminate these problems from the possible causes of any symptoms that you may be feeling. The Thyroid Check Plus 11 also includes vitamin D. Low levels of vitamin D are quite common in the UK and can mimic thyroid symptoms. It is not therefore surprising that the Thyroid Check Plus 11 is our most popular intermediate test. All of the above tests can be carried out at home with one of our finger prick kits. Simply prick your finger with the lancet supplied and send back to our laboratory using the packaging supplied. The Plus 12 and Plus 15 represent our most comprehensive thyroid review of all, and both include a measurement of the perhaps controversial reverse T3 hormone, RT3. There isn't time to discuss this in detail here, but many of our expert thyroid patients love this additional test, which is not always easy to find. The inclusion of the test means that the Thyroid Check Plus 12 and Plus 15 require a venous blood draw. You can arrange your own with your own GP, or we can refer you to a nearby private hospital or arrange a nurse to visit you at home or work. Finally, I would like to introduce our brand new DNA Blue Thyroid Genetic Profile. This approaches your thyroid health from another angle. You can complement traditional thyroid testing, which looks at levels of thyroid hormone in the body, with a knowledge gained from cutting-edge DNA analysis, showing how your body might respond to these hormones, depending upon your genetic makeup. If you have any questions about thyroid testing, or any questions at all, please call Team Blue at Blue Horizon Medicals on 0800 999 1110, or email us at assistance@bluehorizonmedicals.co.uk. My name is Paul Harris, thank you for listening.